I thought this week it'd be a good idea to see what happens when you have to survive on the streets of London. Can we find stuff that's healthy? Can we find stuff that's...
Yeah, so that didn't happen. Instead, I went to London, started off with the best of intentions, and then I went completely off the rails, spent the days regretting it, calling myself a fat, stupid idiot and wanting to give up, basically. But then today, I've woken up and, I don't know, I feel like maybe it's been the best thing that's happened to me so far. Let's find out why. Here's what was supposed to happen. I was going to go to London, I was going to go to a conference, and I was going to show everybody how you can eat healthy and then find out how expensive it is to eat out when you're trying to be healthy in London and what you can do to get around going to places where you wasn't expecting to. I started off well. I did the breakfast and I showed the lunch and the problems that I had trying to find a lunch. And then the day wore on, and then at the end of the day, there's a drinks reception downstairs. So I went for the drinks reception, and then that was free. So I indulged. I had a nice time. And then I went out for food afterwards. And then the next day I was not feeling great because I'd been drinking. It's the first time I'd drunk in months. As anyone will tell you, once you've had a drink, the next day can be really bad for calories. So I ate bad again. And then I felt really bad about myself. It's very common for me to be able to say, I'm a failure, I messed up, so why bother? It happens all the time. You know, I've tried to lose weight before and I've slipped up, and then I've used that as an excuse to just go back to my old ways and carry on being terrible. But this morning, something happened, and I don't know why, I don't know how, I don't know if it's because I've been making videos and there was a bit of responsibility. I've got no one really watching right now, but there are some people, and I don't know, I just felt like if anybody ever did watch it in the future and tried to get some inspiration out of it, I've let them down as well. And this morning I just woke up and I was like, no, this isn't going to break me this time. This is going to be my reset. This is the blowout I needed to be able to now say fully committal, let's get back on it. Let's stop doing things half-heartedly. Let's stop trying to baby step everything. Let's stop trying to work around the system and find hacks before I've even tried the system. I'm the first person in the world to try and get out of doing anything I don't want to do without trying it and saying that's not for me. I think what I need to do is actually try these things first. And I haven't given up. That's why, you know, I'm dressed today head to toe in Gymshark. I look like I'm sponsoring them for their new plus size range, but I'm going to paddle straight away. I'm going to go and play a sport today. I'm going to go run around, get sweaty, get active, which is really unusual for me. It's Saturday today. I could have used this as an excuse to go to the pub. It's really sunny outside in England for once, but I'm not going to. I want to go and do a sport, get some cardio in, get some steps in. That then inspired me to come up with what I'm going to do now, which is to reset and take it a bit more seriously. Try these things out first and see what works for me and what doesn't work for me. And then maybe in doing so, I can inspire you guys to try it, or somebody might come along this video one day in 15 years time and go, oh, that's me, I'm going to try this thing too now because, you know, this guy hates it but he's done it and he likes it now, so maybe that can inspire somebody else. So let's go. I've got my whiteboard of destiny. I thought it'd be good to write it down, and I'm going to put this up somewhere in the house so that I can see it, stay on top of it, and have a plan and a focus where I'm going to actually try different things out before I say no to them. And the first one I kind of dread, and it's calorie counting. Why? Because I think I have a pretty good understanding of what I put into my body. I'm pretty sure I know the calories I'm eating roughly and enough protein and etc, etc. But maybe I'm wrong. I haven't lost any weight for the last few months, and then I went out for 2 days and I put on 3 kilograms, which is the first for me. I've not lost much weight since I started all of this. After the 18 kilograms I lost, I sort of plateaued, but I haven't put back on until this week. I'm going to go back and start calorie counting everything I put in my body. Put it all on the NutriCheck app, which is an app I use in the UK instead of MyFitnessPal, because I think it's got better understanding of UK foods. There's not a thing I've scanned in it that it hasn't recognised. And I'm going to make sure I'm measuring everything, hitting the targets, hitting the protein, hitting the carbs, and making sure I've got enough meals in the day that fulfill all of those without going over. I'm going to count the amount of water I'm having, the amount of coffee I get, because coffee is good for your fatty liver, which is what I've got, and see if writing it down actually helps. I'm using this app because it's the easiest and requires the least amount of time in my experience for actually putting in effort to recording this stuff. I'm not really looking forward to it because it feels a bit prescriptive and I don't like being prescriptive, but we'll see. And number 2, this one I'm really hating. I don't even like writing it down. Walking. Everybody on the internet disagrees about how to get fit. One person says lift heavy, one person says lift light, one person says do it 5 times a week, one person says do it 2 times a week. No one can agree on anything apart from walking. Everybody agrees on any channel that you look at, 8 to 12,000 steps every day is good. And I hate walking. I find it boring. I don't get the therapeutic aspect of it that other people get. I don't find it clears my mind. I just spend the entire time thinking, man, I could be doing something else right now. So I don't. On a day when I'm working at home, I might do less than 2,000 steps in a day, which is really bad. We're going to try and implement walking, make sure we're recording our measurements of how much weight we've got at the start of the exercise and at the end of the week, and see if it actually does provide any benefits. And see if maybe I get into it and maybe it does provide some mental health benefit. I'm really skeptical about it in terms of that part of it, but we'll see if we can fit it in. 3 is going to be a morning routine. Now I think by now, anybody that has watched before and anyone that does know me knows that I am not somebody that likes routine. I like a bit of chaos in my life. But again, one of those things that you speak to, my therapist tells me all the time, having a morning routine can be very beneficial for you for a number of reasons. It gets you ready for the morning. It gets a load of stuff out of the way. It gets your mind in the right state for work. And it can be very therapeutic and have a lot of mental health benefits, and it has been shown to help with weight loss as well. And I've got a friend who is perpetually happy, and she lives by the mantra of welcoming the day. She gets up super early. She has a routine that she goes through every day, and she calls it welcoming the day, and she loves it. So we're going to try a morning routine. I'm hoping that by doing a morning routine, it actually lets me have the bit of chaos in my life, because I've got all of the boring stuff kind of out of the way and done in the morning before I have the day. I don't have to worry about stuff I need to do, because outside of work, at least, I can be a bit more spontaneous because I no longer have anything that I need to do. So we'll see. I'm quite skeptical again, but I'm also kind of excited, and I'm really interested to see if I can keep that one up. Because if I can and it provides benefits, then that could be a game changer. And lastly, number 4, I've been reading a book. Hang on. I've been reading this book. It's called Just One Thing by Dr. Michael Mosley. And it's been good. And I like it, and I like the idea of it. Inside this book, he talks about adding one different thing to your life whenever you can. Not every day, doesn't have to be all of them at once, but just add a new thing that's backed by science. He talks about all the science in there as a doctor, how it can improve your life. And they're normally quite easy things. I want to start trying them all out. So rather than do 1 a week, because some of them are easy, I want to do 5 at a time. See which ones I can fit into my daily life with a full-time job, see which ones I find beneficial, see which ones stick, and then add them into my daily routine to make sure I carry on doing them. Some of them seem quite fun, some of them seem less fun. Some of them I already do, and other ones I feel like I'm going to be able to add into the things I do from here. For example, I'll be able to add some in while I'm walking, or some as part of the morning routine. So this is going to be like a series of videos that I'm going to do. Just one thing is going to be what I'm going to be trying. And I might add a 5th one of learning how to write on a whiteboard. But this is what my plan is over the next few weeks. So why these things? Well, I feel like doing the calorie count will give me the baseline. Doing the walking will give me some cardio, which I kind of don't get a lot of. Doing my morning routine will help me mentally. And then the just one thing will be improvements I can make after I've got all of this information. That's the plan, that's the idea. I'll still be interspersing it with all of my other stuff that I already do, like weights that I do at home, which you can check out in my other videos before if you haven't seen. But these are all the things that I've tried to avoid. These are all the things I've tried to get around and not have to do because I don't feel like I want to do them. But I've never tried. And then we'll report back over the next few weeks, and I'm quite excited. Like I say, normally I would have given up. I would have found any excuse not to carry on. After what's happened this week, I felt really bad about myself. And then weirdly today, I just woke up and felt good, which my therapist is going to be super proud of. Let's see if this works. And if it does, we can go on this journey together. So keep liking and subscribing. Keep following to find out what happens now. And if I stop thinking I'm a stupid fat idiot for the rest of my life. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll inspire somebody. And I'll see you in the next one. Love you, bye. That's a horrible 3. Oh, that was a tough one. Also, I can't write on a whiteboard.